Hey guys, I'm just looking over our current chapter, when you're in love, and this is it's a tough chapter because again, there's that be and do uh, struggle of I want to be in love with Jesus, and yet I feel that there are things that I have to do, and yet I know in my relationships in real life, um, both of those things exist as well, um, and I think that it is particularly difficult because Jesus, he comes alive through his word and through prayer, through worship, through our relationships with other people and with nature. Um, but he's not walking with us each day physically, and so that proves itself to be difficult. But um, as Francis talks about on the last two pages in 110 and 111, someone I can be real with. Um, if you merely pretend that you enjoy God or love Him, He knows you can't fool Him. Don't even try. Instead, tell Him how you feel. I think when I first started to experience like an actual relationship with Jesus is when I started telling Him how I actually felt about Him. Um, and I still do that. But I started writing, journaling, typing my journal on my computer, and actually telling him, I don't trust you, or I'm frightened of you, and here's why, or I've been hurt by you, I've been hurt by your church, or, people who have said that they know you haven't, or why haven't you given me certain desires of my heart, and um, I'm struggling with this, that, and the other thing, and I, I therefore don't trust that you're sovereign, because things hurt badly, or things have gone badly. And it was only when I started to develop a relationship with him, when I was actually being honest about how I felt about him, and then he could start filling in the gaps in my heart. And that came with doing things, but it didn't come because I was duty bound to them. It was because I know that in his word he said, yeah, I'm going to take care of you. That, yeah, you don't need to worry. That, yeah, I will overcome evil with good. And I wanted to be able to see that those things would come true, and it was important for me to be transparent about how I felt, that I know the truth of what he said was going to be and who he is, and then watch him start to act out those things where I was starting to look for his love in my life. Um, and so admitting that I really didn't like him that much, um, that I was struggling to believe, and that I could come before him and say, all right, Lord, you say that you are the love of my life, and you say that you are the greatest thing that has ever been and ever will be. Help me get a piece of that. Help me experience you. Um, and so it's that's a lifelong journey. But as I fall in love with God, as I learn how to forsake my sin, for the sake of my relationship, I I find myself growing in the enjoyment of doing things, not to earn his pleasure, um, but because I already know that he's pleased, and um, and I'm grateful to help in that relationship with him. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'm sure that some of you struggle with that kind of thing, just like I have. But there is hope, and God is always with us when we want to know him. Love you. Bye.